Testimony continues in a groundbreaking lawsuit in southeastern New Mexico.
Firefighters and other emergency responders who responded to a horrendous pipeline explosion near Carlsbad nearly a decade ago are suing the pipeline company for emotional distress. News 13's Jeff Todd has more.
And I told them we had a line rupture. And they asked me, well, how do you know? I said, I can see it from my house. I'm going to start heading down there.
Enrique Salgado works for the El Paso Natural Gas Company. He was one of the first people to see the pipeline explosion before dawn, August 19th, 2000. That morning, he drove about half an hour to the flames, shut off the valve, then realized 12 members of a family were camping 200 yards from the explosion.
Grabbed my burn unit, grabbed my first aid kit, and I took off, running down the street, down the river.
Volunteer firefighters say they were sent into, quote, a scene from hell.
And I was so relieved when they finally showed up because, you know, I did all I could to try and help them. But they were just doing what they had to do, you know, administering first aid.
Testimony about burns to some people who were still alive when emergency crews arrived has been indescribable. 6 members of the family died at the scene. The other 6 later died from their injuries. Salgado has been one of several emotional witnesses to testify in this case. The crews suing the gas company claim it neglected to maintain the pipeline, and that neglect unnecessarily subjected them to emotional distress. First responders are normally prohibited from suing on the grounds that they were subject to traumatic experiences. But 2 years ago, the New Mexico Supreme Court ruled that this group could sue for emotional distress because for 50 years, El Paso Natural Gas neglected to maintain the pipeline. If the company is found guilty in this case, it could have to pay emergency responders about $13 million. In Roswell, Jeff Todd, KRQE News 13.
The trial, which started last week, is expected to last about 3 more weeks. It recessed for several days because a juror got sick.